In the newsroom, the city desk covers all Omaha news. Hundreds of stories are written every day. The state desk covers all Iowa and Nebraska news. And the leased wire services provide national and international coverage. Stories from all desks are sent to the copy desk. 450,000 words of news pass over this desk every day. Here, each story is read, analyzed, and headlined. Then each story is sent through an air tube to the composing room to be set in type. In the composing room, speed is essential. 18 typesetting machines are required to handle the news. A modern typesetting machine, manned by a competent operator, can set 7 1/2 lines of type in 60 seconds. Each keyboard is divided into 3 parts. The keys are so arranged that the operator has the most used letters directly under his fingers. The left unit has the alphabet in lowercase letters. The right unit has the alphabet in capital letters. And the center section has the punctuation marks and figures. As the operator presses the keys, brass matrices with letters corresponding to the keys automatically fall into line. Each brass matrix is actually a small mold for a letter or number. These matrices are held in the machine until the line is complete. Then they move to a casting position where molten metal is automatically poured over the line, which acts as a mold. Thus, the typesetting machine automatically casts type in slugs or lines. The newly cast type is contained in a metal box called a stick. When the story is typeset, the stick is carried to the assembly bank. Several proofs are made of each story. Painstakingly, word by word, veteran proofreaders go over every line, comparing it with the original copy. Corrections are marked in the border. Spot news pictures help readers to understand more fully the events of the day. Pictures, like news stories, must be prepared for printing. To be made into engravings, they are first photocopied through a screen. An engraver's screen has more than 4,000 holes per square inch. The photocopy negative made through the engraver's screen contains an image of the screen in addition to the regular picture. Powerful light shines through the negative to a sensitized zinc plate. The zinc plate, after nitric acid baths, have eaten away the exposed zinc areas. Dots from the engraver's screen are etched deep into the zinc, thus making an engraving that reproduces through regular printing methods. The composing room is a busy place during the final minutes of making up pages. News stories are gathered in long galleys on make-up stones. Each page is arranged to please the reader's eye with an inviting balance between type and picture cuts. When complete, it is locked up and sent to the stereotype department, where it will undergo an amazing change. Page forms of type are flat and must be transformed into curved plates that fit the rotary presses. Making a mat is the first step in changing the flat page to a curved form. A soft, moist sheet of paper mache is placed in direct contact with the page containing the type and cuts. They are rolled through a machine called a molder, which exerts heavy pressure, forcing the papier-mâché against the type. The resulting product is called a mat. The face of every letter and the dots in the pictures are deeply imprinted. Curved plates called stereotypes are cast from the mat, which is held rigidly in a curved position by a steel jacket. Molten metal is pumped into the space between the mat and a steel cylinder. It is forced into all the hollows and depressions, taking the exact shape of the mat. Within 20 seconds, the metal has set and hardened. Completed plates are conveyed directly to the press room and fitted to the cylinders of the huge presses. The World Herald's new presses are mighty giants weighing 168 tons each. They can print 16 million pages every day. And every day they consume 3 freight car loads of paper. These huge rolls of paper weighing 1,600 pounds are conveyed to the presses. Each roll holds 5 miles of paper that flashes through a press in 18 minutes. A sticky adhesive glue is applied to every roll. Then, when the roll feeding the press is nearly empty, a new roll is moved into position so that the glue sticks to the paper from the old roll and follows it into the press. Thus, the pressman can switch from the nearly empty rolls to new rolls without stopping the press. When all presses are running, 18 rolls of paper are printed simultaneously. At normal speed, 60 rolls of paper are used in 1 hour. These modern presses are built with the precision of a fine watch. They can print 80,000 complete newspapers an hour. The World Herald prints its Sunday comics in 4 colors on a special press. 4-color printing is a complicated business. With the press running slowly, it is possible to see how the first unit operates. 4 yellow plates print yellow ink on 4 pages simultaneously. On the next press unit, 4 red plates add red ink to the yellow. Then, as the paper travels to the 3rd press unit, 4 blue plates add blue ink to the red and yellow. And last of all, 4 black plates add black ink, thus completing half the comic section. The other half is printed on the reverse side of the paper on the 4 remaining cylinders of the 8-unit press. At normal speed, 4-color printing is a blur of action. In addition to color printing, this remarkable press folds, cuts, and assembles the complete comic sections. Slow motion shows the comics being cut and assembled. And on they come, comic sections by the thousands.